Gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Patek Philippe's new state-of-the-art production facility. That's right. Patek Philippe has opened up a new production facility to compete against the king of watches. That's right, the king of watches. You know who that is? I bet you do know who that is. That's right, it's Rolex. They want to be just like Rolex and have the same type of facility as the king of watches. But before I get into that, let's go into my magical intro. Gentlemen, so I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Patek Philippe's state-of-the-art new production facility. That's right. I want you guys to know that when they built this new state-of-the-art facility, the excavation is the size of 15 football fields. You heard that right, 15 football fields. And I'm not talking about American football fields. I'm talking about soccer fields. That's how big the space where this building was built at is. So this building began in 2015, and while we were all in lockdown in 2020 of April, the grand opening was set. That's right. Patek Philippe had their grand opening on their new state-of-the-art production facility. This thing is humongous. This building is 10 stories high, and it has a total square foot of 1,450,000 square feet. That's how big this facility is. Their basement is the size of 15 Olympic-sized pools. It is humongous. It has a restaurant that has the capacity to fit 835 people. That's right. And the building costs $630 million to make, to produce. That's how much that building costs, $630 million. You know, I'm sure that most of you out there are aware that Patek Philippe produces yearly between 60,000 to 70,000 timepieces, watches. That's right. And I don't know if a lot of you are aware, there are two workhorses. There are two model workhorses from Patek Philippe. Do you know who they are? You don't know who they are. You don't have an idea who they are? Anyway, their two workhorses from their models are the Nautilus and the Aquanaut. Those are the two workhorses for Patek Philippe. So I don't know if you're aware, combined between the Nautilus and the Aquanaut, they produce more of those two models, more of their Calatrava, more of the complicated, more of the 24, more of the limited. Combined, those two watches combined produce more than all those watches. They're the workhorse from Patek Philippe, the Nautilus and the Aquanaut. Like I said again, if they produce an example, 60,000 pieces per year, they produce of the Nautilus and the Aquanaut 40,000 pieces. That's right. But here's the kicker. The kicker is, with this new production, state-of-the-art facility that they opened up, they want to increase their production between 3 and 5 times more. And I'm not talking about the complication watches and the Calatrava, the limited and 24. I'm talking about they want to increase the Nautilus and the Aquanaut production between 3 and 5 times more. That's right, they want to produce between 3 and 5 times more of those two models, the workhorses. So anybody right now that's on a waiting list, you should be getting a phone call very soon for that watch, for that Nautilus or that Aquanaut that you're waiting for, or the complicated, or the Calatrava, or the 24, or so on. You should be getting a call very, very soon for those watches. You know, I have a friend of mine that he's not an authorized dealer, he is not a boutique, nothing. And this person that I know must have a Patek Philippe, Nautilus, and Aquanaut in his showroom, brand new, fully sticker, full set. He must have between, I would say easy, 30 pieces. 20 pieces of Nautilus and 10 pieces of Aquanaut. How can that be? Brand new, brand spanking new. And I'm sure he's getting those watches also with a discount on top of that. And he has, like I said again, between, I say 30 pieces. You know, 30 pieces of those Nautilus and Aquanauts. Not the complications, not the 24, not the Calatrava, not that. The watches that all of you want, the Nautilus and the Aquanaut. So, you know, Patek opened up this new facility and they spent $630 million. While we were all sitting on a lockdown in 2020, Patek Philippe opened up their doors on April 2020. And they have to make some money now. They have to make a lot of money. So there's gonna be a float of Patek Philippe Nautiluses and Aquanauts out there in the streets. I just finished telling you, a friend of mine has more Patek Philippe Nautiluses and Aquanauts than any dealer, than any boutique. They have all that and brand new. Full set, you know, full set, box, papers, tags, all that good stuff. They have that. How can that be? You tell me. They need to sell watches. So you're gonna be finding a lot of these watches out there, so be aware. Patek is just producing. They wanna increase their production between 3 and 5 times more on everything, but most of all on the Nautilus and on the Aquanaut. They wanna give a chance to all these people that have never had an Aquanaut or a Nautilus, get one. Nah, they just need to make a lot of money. They need to make a lot of money because they just had a real. That's why they have to produce a lot of Nautilus and Aquanauts, because they had a real big expensive going on. You know, $630 million is a lot of money. They have to produce a lot, and I'm talking about a lot of watches to make that money back up again. And that's why there's going to be so many of those Nautilus and Aquanauts out there. So get ready. They're going to be out there for you. So they need to produce, you know? They need to produce Volkswagens all day long. Produce Volkswagens, you know? Produce Fiats all day long. And that's what they're gonna be doing now. So be aware of that. Patek Philippe will be increasing their production between 3 and 5 times more. I'm sure you guys are aware that Patek Philippe just released 4 new models. One was the 5800 41 millimeter Nautilus, white gold, same movement, just 1 millimeter bigger from the stainless steel. You know, this one is a 40 millimeter with a blue jean dial, as I call it, and this one is white gold, and it's the 5800 model. They also are producing the 5712, which we already had but we only had it on a leather strap. Now they're gonna have it full rose gold with a chocolate dial, the 5712. We also are gonna have, they're gonna have also the 5990 stainless steel, which we already also have too on the rose gold with the blue dial, and it's now with I call it a frosted blue gray dial. You're gonna have that too. And you also have the ladies Nautilus Rainbow. It's I think that's the hottest watch they made, that Nautilus Rainbow for the ladies. It's like a 35 millimeter size watch. I believe that's for the ladies. So there's going to be a lot of those watches out there. All of you that have been on a waiting list, you're going to get a phone call because Patek Philippe is producing now between 3 and 5 times more. In other words, if they were producing 60,000 watches, well, now it's going to be 5 times that. Okay, I believe it's going to be 5 times that. Also, they're saying that this watch is going to be discontinued, the 5711. I don't think it's going to be discontinued at all whatsoever. I don't think it's going to be discontinued. So that's what I believe is happening with Patek. They need to produce a lot of watches to pay that big bill they have of $630 million for that state-of-the-art production facility to compete against the king of watches. This facility is unbelievable. I said this, like I said again, it has 1,450,000 square feet. It's 10 stories high, and it's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable facility they have built. They want to be the same style as the king of watches in that aspect. If you didn't know that, well, now you know it. I'm sure that most of you out there know about this because all of you out there are watch connoisseurs and you follow up on what's happening on the watch. I think it's Halloween already. On the watch business. So be aware, there's gonna be a lot of Patek Philippe's out there floating all over the place. More than you have ever seen. A lot of Patek Philippe's. Also, I have a watch update for you guys, and on Rolex watches that you're gonna be. You know what? I don't want to show you no more facts because even when I show facts, you guys still don't believe. You have a hard time believing that these watches have dropped so much. You guys have been pounded so much by the boiler room secondary grade watch market that you guys believe what they tell you. So I'm gonna tell you some watches that you're gonna go, wow. An example, the Rolex Root Beer two-tone rose gold. That watch is at $16,000 already. Don't pay no more than $16,000 for that watch in the secondary grade market. Don't pay no more than $16,000. The other watch is the Rolex Daytona Panda. That's right. Don't pay more than $26,000 for that watch. Don't pay more than $26,000 for the Rolex Daytona Panda. Okay? Another watch is the Rolex Sky Dweller, rose gold with a rose dial, leather strap. That watch, don't pay no more than $31,000. Don't pay no more than $31,000 for that rose gold, rose dial, Sky Dweller. Okay? Don't pay that. The other one is the Rolex Submariner, yellow gold Submariner. Don't pay no more than $34,000 for that watch. The Rolex Submariner, yellow gold with the blue bezel, 40 millimeter. Don't pay no more than that. Okay? That's your update on those watch models. Keep your eyes open, like I'm telling you. There's gonna be a whole lot of Patek Philippe's all over the place. All over the place. I have friends of mine in LA. They have a whole lot of those Patek Philippe's, and I'm not talking about the complication ones. And I'm not talking about the Calatrava and the 24 and the limit. I'm talking about Nautilus and Aquanauts. In New York, the same thing, brand new. And in Miami, the same thing too. They're everywhere. So, Patek Philippe is producing a lot of Nautilus and Aquanauts. Okay? Also, the 5811 Nautilus, which is the one that's supposedly gonna replace the 5711. The retail price on that white gold is $70,000. Don't let these mumbo jumbo secondary grade watch market dealers tell you that the watch is gonna cost 4 times that. Because it's not. Because the watch market is dead. They're already talking about the watch is gonna cost $250,000. The watch market is dead. All right, guys? Don't get on the sucker rally. Don't get on the sucker rally. The watch market is dead. So there it is, guys. I hope you learned something today from Patek Philippe and a little bit of the watch market update. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. And gentlemen, like I say always, take care and brush your hair.